How do I concatenate two lists in Python? How do I concatenate two lists in Python? Example. Expected outcome.
Use the plus operator to combine the lists. Output. Note, this will create a new list with a shallow copy of the items in the first list, followed by a shallow copy of the items in the second list. Use copy.deepCopy to get deep copies of lists.
Python is greater than or equal to 3.5 alternative. *L1, *L2. Another alternative has been introduced via the acceptance of PEP 448, which deserves mentioning. The PEP, titled Additional Unpacking Generalizations, generally reduce some syntactic restrictions when using the starred asterisk expression in Python. With it, joining two lists applies to any iterable, can now also be done with. This functionality was defined for Python 3.5, but it hasn't been backported to previous versions in the 3.x family. In unsupported versions, a syntax error is going to be raised. As with the other approaches, this too creates a shallow copy of the elements in the corresponding lists. The upside to this approach is that you really don't need lists in order to perform it. Anything that is iterable will do. As stated in the PEP, this is also useful as a more readable way of summing iterables into a list, such as my_list plus list, my_tuple, plus list, my_range, which is now equivalent to just *my_list, *my_tuple, *my_range. So while addition with plus would raise a type error due to type mismatch, the following won't, because it will first unpack the contents of the iterables and then simply create a list from the contents.
It's also possible to create a generator that simply iterates over the items in both lists using itertools.chain. This allows you to chain lists, or any iterable, together for processing without copying the items to a new list.
You could also use the list extend method in order to add a list to the end of another one. If you want to keep the original list intact, you can create a new list object and extend both lists to it.
Faz uma copy lines